Spurs win at the buzzer against the Charlotte Hornets, but then it turns out the Spurs actually lose at the buzzer to the Charlotte Hornets. De'Aaron Fox, if you didn't watch, De'Aaron Fox hits what would have been the game-winning three for us, but then they review the shot, and it was just, I won't even say in his fingertips, it was just still in his hand before he didn't get it off in time, basically, is what I'm saying. The buzzer went off, and it was still in his hand. We had like 1.7 seconds, so I guess wouldn't blame it on De'Aaron Fox. He had a very good game. Um, yeah, maybe if he got it off a little sooner, maybe he rushes it and misses it, or who knows. But yeah, we lost 117 to 116. The reason I have this man up on the screen, Stephon Castle, is because he's the only reason we even were in the game. I'm going to get to the numbers here in a second, but Stephon Castle played like a future superstar, honestly. Never thought we were going to trade him for De'Aaron Fox. I never thought that was a thing. I've always said that Stephon Castle is basically untouchable, but then after the Luka Doncic trade happened, I just don't know what's what. I don't know who is or isn't untouchable, but we're going to get to Castle's numbers. Again, he's the only reason we're even in the game to begin with. Just to go over the game quickly without looking at the numbers, I guess, just like a first glance at the game. First thing, Stephon Castle was really, really good at basketball. He was our greatest impact player on offense, and Wemby was our greatest player on defense, impactfully, of course, but Stephon Castle was right there behind him because he's a lockdown style defensive player, and then, he's just developing more and more on offense. De'Aaron Fox is our number two. I think he's going to be our strong number two, and he'll stay in that number two spot, but I guess it's Devin Vassell and Stephon Castle kind of going back and forth for the 3 and 4 spot. And honestly, by the time De'Aaron Fox is 30 and Stephon Castle is, 23 or so by then, De'Aaron Fox may be the full-time number 2 option depending on how he develops. But, yeah, Stephon Castle was great. Other first glance impressions, Wemby blocked the shit out of that kid. He blocked him with one hand with his left, and he just grabbed it all with one hand. That was dirty. We desperately need a big man. I'll get into the numbers again in a second, but even without looking, we're just getting killed on the glass. Like, we need a big man so bad. We had like Harrison Barnes, I think, playing power forward. It was weird. Other first glance impressions, it felt like De'Aaron Fox and Wemby did not play a lot of their minutes together. Their minutes were kind of staggered. Then they have Chris Paul or Stephon Castle in there with Wemby, I guess. But it felt like a lot of the time De'Aaron Fox was on the floor, Chris Paul was on the floor. I imagine Mitch Johnson knows more than me about basketball, but I feel like you can't play Chris Paul, and De'Aaron Fox together on the court at the same time. But yeah, let's get right into the numbers. Real quick, too, I'm at 15 subscribers, speaking of numbers, trying to get to 20 by the end of tonight, so please like and subscribe if you're a returning viewer or if you enjoy my video. But yeah, we'll get into the Spurs first. I'm not going to go over all the team stats. The one team stat I will go over, though, kind of tells the whole story. Right here, rebounds. We had 38 rebounds for the whole game, which is just a crazy low amount of rebounds for a team to have. We're right here. The Hornets had 53 rebounds, so they had 15 more rebounds than we did, and that was pretty much the whole game. I can't even say it was the whole game because we lost at the buzzer off the De'Aaron Fox three-pointer. If he would have got it off half a second sooner, we would have won the game, but it just is what it is. But regardless of the three, if De'Aaron Fox got it off in time or didn't, of course we know he didn't, what I'm trying to say is if it counted or it didn't count, that doesn't excuse the fact that our rebounding just sucked out there. We need a backup big man so bad to help back up Wemby. Did we trade? I don't think we traded Charles Bassey. I don't even see him here on our roster. But when you play some Charles Bassey minutes, I don't know where he was at. I mean, yeah, Sohan was playing a great game. He had the 12 rebounds, 11 points. He was playing his usual lockdown style defense. Just had a huge impact for us. Then Wemby had 11 rebounds, but I mean, other than that, we didn't have anyone with even 5 rebounds out there. So it's just glaring. We've known, in the Spurs community that we've needed a backup big man this whole season, but it's probably the most glaring game I've seen it where we're just getting destroyed in the paint. Not so much from a scoring perspective, but we just can't get rebounds, and it just came back and bit us this game. I didn't even see that's insane. The Hornets are 12-36, and we took a loss to them. Yeah, just terrible. We need that backup big man. Another thing, I forgot on my first impressions, but another one of my first impressions was we were down. I think we were down like 12 or so at the end of the first the first quarter, and I wasn't really worried at all because it was early in the game, and also all the young guys on Charlotte, they seemed too happy and stuff. Like they were too happy they were ahead. Like they were surprised to be ahead, I guess, or they just weren't used to leading in games, and obviously they aren't. They've only won 12 games this whole season. Let me know below what you think if you're watching the game. But yeah, they just seemed too giddy. All the young guys were super smiley and stuff. They would hit a shot and they run back on the other side of the court and they just have locked in face or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? They just seemed too surprised or too happy to have the lead. So, at the end of the first, I was like, oh, we're going to win this game. We're down like 12, but I'm like, these guys are going to blow it. They're just too happy to be ahead. They're not used to it. End of the second, I think we're down maybe still 12. We're still down double digits. And then kind of same thing. I still thought they were going to blow it for us. And, the Hornets, they did pretty much blow it, but, we just didn't get the shot off in time for De'Aaron Fox. But anyway, back to the numbers, though. Sohan had a great game. Double-double, 11 and 12. 11 points, 12 rebounds. Just doing his usual dirty work down there, playing great defense and just getting on people's nerves, so you love to see it. Keldon Johnson had a terrible game. 0 for 3 out there. 2 points. Man, we love Keldon in San Antonio, but he just hasn't really been himself this season, really. He kind of got, not totally taken out of the rotation, but his minutes got cut a lot. He has been in trade talks as well. I'm pretty sure we let him know he was in trade discussions, but we ended up keeping him, so I'm happy we can keep him. But, the only role he can really fill for us is just being a spark plug out off of the bench. You just put him in there and, kind of like that, let him take 3 or 4 shots. If he's on a hot streak, keep playing him. But tonight, he was cold, so took him out and couldn't play him too many minutes. But from Keldon's perspective, he was like the Spurs, our number one option for years. And then, now that we actually have a kind of a, not stacked, but a better team, it's kind of weird for him switching roles there from what he used to do. But yeah, Champagne, he hit the 1-3. Got a steal out there. I remember he was playing the passing lane. He got one steal out there. Nothing crazy to talk about. Devin Vassell, 5 for 13. Did have the 15 points, the 4 rebounds. Hit a big 3 in the fourth. I think it was it to tie the game? To tie or cut it to 1, I believe. But he had a big 3 in the fourth. 4 for 7 from 3, so we'd like to see that. But, the 13 shots for 15 points honestly isn't good. That's not very efficient. He's been inconsistent again. He had probably like a 5-game stretch where he was just pretty hot and he was playing really good, and now he's kind of up and down. But again, I always say Devin Vassell is not our second option. A lot of people think Devin Vassell is the Spurs' second option, but he's really not. Now it's, I don't even want to say obviously, De'Aaron Fox, he's the first guy that comes to mind. But now after seeing Stephon Castle's performance, I think more often than not it will be De'Aaron Fox is our second option. And then Stephon Castle and Devin Vassell will kind of be going back and forth for the third option. But, just without Castle's been playing, I think he's pretty, again, comment below what you think, Spurs fans. But I think Stephon Castle's pretty much solidified himself as at least our third option. He's 10 for 15. Let's talk about his game right now, too, while we're on him. But 31 minutes, he's 10 for 15, 3 for 5 from 3. Hits 10 of his 11 free throws. He has 33 points. He's +7, ±. That's crazy. Devin Vassell is +19, ±, which is pretty nuts. He was out there when we went on our run, and like I said, he hit some clutch threes during our run in the fourth quarter to kind of tie the game up. But yeah, Castle's +7 too. It's no coincidence out there that he is. He did have the 4 turnovers, so he was handling the ball a lot, and he's just getting better with the turnovers. Just the 2 assists and the 4 boards. He was not really looking to pass too much. He was just, don't want to use tunnel vision. I guess you could. He has great court vision. He's aware when his guys are open, but with Fox being out there and then Wemby being out there, he just gets to go one-on-one a lot, and he was just cooking guys out there. Super aggressive. Love to see him hit, 10 of 11 free throws, and then the 3 out of 5 threes. I don't expect him to do that every night, but like I've said in previous videos, I know Mitch Johnson has given Steph the 100% green light. Just shoot whatever you want, do whatever you want. We trust your IQ and your shot selection. We know you're not going to take stupid shots out there. He's just so strong and NBA ready. He just always gets himself into good spots and gets good looks. But yeah, best game of his rookie career so far. 33 points on only 15 shots. Hits 10 of 15. Yeah, Stephon Castle just so impressive. So good on defense. He's probably of course, Wemby's our best player on defense. You can throw Stephon and Jeremy between 2 and 3, just depending on your taste, I guess. But yeah, it's a tough one between Stephon and Sohan, but Castle definitely one of our top 3 defenders and super impactful on that end as well. Then yeah, again, Jeremy with a double-double, points and rebounds. He had just a great game out there. He's still on his minutes restriction, but his impact defensively is always so great. Yeah, again, Vassell just inconsistent. We want to see him just be more consistent. And I said probably early January when I was making some videos back then, I said I'm not worried about Vassell. He's gonna get his flow going. He's just gonna find his rhythm because he was inconsistent back then. Then he got on his kind of 5-game hot streak, and now he's back to being kind of inconsistent again. It seemed like. And I said, give me until like mid-February, late February, and if he's still being inconsistent, then I'll be pretty worried. So honestly, if he can give me this every night, I'll probably be pretty happy if he can give us 15 points. You want to see some more efficiency in the shots because 5 for 13 isn't very good. But he can give us the 4 for 7 from 3 every night. We'll definitely take that. But yeah, I'm almost starting to get worried. Like if he doesn't start being more consistent by mid to late February, Vassell's already 25 years old, I think, so he's not a young player. I want to see more consistency out of Vassell. But with that being said, he hit some clutch threes, and he was a big part of our comeback. On to De'Aaron Fox, our number 2 option. 22 points. He had the 4 steals. They call him Swiper for a reason. No turnovers, 6 assists. 9 for 17 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3. De'Aaron Fox is just so good. It felt like he didn't have a good game, honestly. Like it felt like he was missing some shots, and it felt like compared to last game, I guess, because he was just amazing last game. But it felt like he had a kind of off game. But then you come back and you see the numbers. He's 22 points, 6 assists, 4 steals, and no turnovers. 33 minutes, 9 for 17. So he's over 50% from the field. Just a really strong game for De'Aaron Fox. Again, he hit the game winner, but I'm streaming at my TV after he makes the shot. I'm like, let's go! I thought we won the game. I'm so hyped up. On the live broadcast, it looked like he got it off, but then on the replay, like you saw, it wasn't even close. The ball was in his entire palm, basically. It wasn't like a fingertips thing, but he hit a big jumper with, I think it was less than a minute left. For De'Aaron, maybe less than a minute and a half left, but he hit a big jumper to put us up and gave us the lead. And then Miles Bridges hits that corner 3, which kind of buried us. I won't say buried us, but put them up 1 and ended up being the game winner. Since De'Aaron Fox's shot didn't count. Another thing too, comment below what you think. On the last possession of the game, not for us, but for the Hornets, I felt like, in hindsight, it's easy to say this now, but I swear even before they inbounded the ball, I was thinking, man, should we just intentional foul? Just whoever gets the ball. Lonzo, Bridges, whoever. I know they're better free throw shooters, but this is what I was worried about. Was somebody hitting a 3 and giving them the lead, and that's what happened. So, of course, it's easy to look back in hindsight and say we should have done that, which I would say now. But I swear, even before the ball was passed in, I was thinking maybe we should go ahead and foul them on the inbounds. That way they don't get a 3-point shot, and they ended up running the play they had drawn up. Another thing, we've been having defensive breakdowns pretty much all night long. Our defense wasn't good in this game either. So, we have another defensive breakdown. They get a wide open 3 for Bridges. And then, the rest is history. Chris Paul, 6 points, no turnovers, 6 assists, 27 minutes. Um, I feel like Chris Paul's kind of played his part in San Antonio, to be honest with you. He came here because he wanted to get playing time. Um, it doesn't make sense to have him on the floor with De'Aaron Fox, to be honest. I think we're just, maybe Mitch is still starting him just because I don't know if promise is the word. We told him come to San Antonio, you'll get playing time. So we're just kind of being respectful and giving him minutes still. But to be honest, our starting five should probably be De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Vassell, Sohan, and Wemby should honestly be our starting five in my opinion. Because Chris Paul next to De'Aaron Fox doesn't make any sense. It's like a weird fit, and it just doesn't work very well together. Harrison Barnes missed all of his threes, 8 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. Just a whatever game. I mean, excuse me. He wasn't the reason we lost, just whatever for Harrison. Yeah, on to Wemby. 7 for 20 from the field, 1 for 9 from three, 11 rebounds, 16 points, the 5 blocks. He did block that one kid so bad with the left. Didn't even jump. Just kind of palmed the ball with the left and just took it from him. Just like a dad playing with his son. I've never seen more like fatherhood moments on the NBA court than Wembanyama has when he's blocking kids' shots out there. It's insane. But anyway, um, yeah, pretty terrible game for Wemby. We'll just say it. I'm sure he would say it himself. I use the word terrible because offensively, it just was a terrible game for him offensively. Only the one turnover, so that's good, but 7 for 20 from the field and 1 for 9 from three is really, really bad. No matter how you want to try to chop it up. But honestly, watching the game, I didn't feel like he was having that bad of a game. I didn't feel like his shots were going in, of course, watching the game. But if you would have asked me at the end of the game, if he was 7 for 20, I would have said, nah, he was a little better than that. But yeah, 1 for 9 from three, 7 for 20. So just an off game from Wemby. Hornets did a good job defending him, so credit to them. But yeah, the 5 blocks, that's the thing. That's why I'll go back. He had a terrible game offensively. Defensively, he's always so impactful. So, but it just is what it is. Everyone's going to have an off game once in a while. We can't be mad at Wemby. But yeah, overall, they just crushed us on the glass. Yeah, Bridges had 25. LaMelo had 24 points. LaMelo had 24 points and 10 dimes. He had the 3 turnovers. 9 for 26. Just terrible shooting from LaMelo. He had more shots than points, but still did enough out there. I mean, he was plus 8. Bridges 10 for 18, 3 for 6 from 3. Yeah, 25 points and the 7 rebounds. Diabate, 15 rebounds. He was just killing us. But yeah, we just need a backup big man desperately. We need one so bad. And then also if we can get like a small forward, like a 6'9", 6'10", would be great. Small forward that's able to rebound a bit and then just be kind of versatile on defense. And then we need a backup big man. I don't know if we can sign one as a free agent now at this point. I know the trade deadline's over, so I don't know how we get them. But yeah, the Hornets, they kicked our ass, to be honest. We were up 2-0. We were up, and then we didn't lead again until I think it was 2 minutes left in the fourth. So, just the Hornets being a young team and as bad as they are, I guess, they let us get back in the game, gave us a chance to win it, and we were pretty much half a second away from winning it on De'Aaron Fox's jump shot that didn't get off in time. But, like I said, we deserve to lose this game. Regardless of us not having the backup big man, I feel like we were just not doing good gang rebounding either. We could have rebounded better than we did this game, even with the guys that we do have. Yes, we do need a backup big man that can help out and crash the glass, but there were so many times in the game where I saw people from the Hornets just flying in behind our guys, just getting rebounds. We're not boxing out. We need all 5 guys, boxing their guy out when a shot goes up, especially when you're getting killed on the glass so bad. Like, by the time it was halftime, you already could see that we were just very mismatched on the defensive glass. But yeah, bad game from Wemby offensively. Stephon Castle's our freaking hero. He looks wonderful out there. De'Aaron Fox is great. Expect great things from him. And then let's stop playing Chris Paul and De'Aaron Fox together. Bring Chris Paul to run our second unit. And I think we'll be in really good shape. But yeah, please like and subscribe if you finished the video. Please comment below what you think about this heartbreaking loss for the Spurs. And we'll see y'all next time.